So, do you want to sponsor your spouse or your partner for a Canadian permanent residency? So, if your answer is yes, then you should definitely be watching this video. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you all the details about spousal sponsorship, like your eligibility, the eligibility of the one who is sponsoring, eligibility of the one of your spouse who is being sponsored, and all the other different aspects about spousal sponsorship. So, my name is Neha Bhalla, and I am a licensed Canadian immigration consultant. And keep watching this video to know more about spousal sponsorship. So welcome back again, and today we are discussing about the spousal sponsorship, and I practice here in Mississauga, Ontario as a licensed, registered, regulated Canadian immigration consultant, which means I am authorized to represent you for any of your immigration related applications, maybe your visitor visa, your study permit applications, your permanent residency applications, and also your citizenship applications. So also, before starting this video, one quick reminder that if you are watching my video for the very first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, so that when I come up with any latest update related to the immigration matters related to Canada, so you are the first one to get the notification. So let's start with the video, and in the first part of the video, let's talk about who can sponsor their spouse or partners for Canadian permanent residency. So let's talk about the eligibility of the sponsor, like who is eligible to sponsor. First of all, you should be at least 18 years old. So you should be 18 or 18 plus. Second, you should be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident living in Canada to sponsor your spouse, your foreign national spouse who is maybe in Canada or outside Canada. Then you are living in Canada is a mandatory requirement. If you are a PR, then you should be living and residing in Canada, or else you are a Canadian citizen. Not mandatory for a Canadian citizen to be living in Canada at that moment for sponsoring your spouse. The fourth requirement is that you should not be receiving any social assistance from the government apart from the disability payments that are allowed. And also, you should be able to provide for the basic needs of yourself and also of your spouse or partner. So you have to prove this, that you will be able to support them, and also for your dependent children if they're applicable in your case. Also, apart from these eligibility requirements, in addition to these basic requirements, you and your spouse must prove that you both are in a genuine relationship. So many cases in the spousal sponsorship are declined just due to this reason, that the officer thinks that the relationship is not genuine. So proving the relationship is very, very important in such situation. Proving the authenticity of your relationship, see, a marriage certificate is necessary. You have to show photographs, also the pictures of your ceremonies, and the other pictures also apart from ceremonies are important. Then also you can show the combined documents, like maybe a house on both of your name, maybe a rental or lease agreement on both of your name. You can show your WhatsApp chats, your Facebook Messenger chats, and your emails, and maybe you have traveled to meet that person in a different country, so your tickets and everything. So these all documents are a must to prove your relationship, because relationship proofs is a very important part of the spousal sponsorship application. So this was the case when you are sponsoring your spouse, that is, you are legally married to a person. But as per Canadian immigration, you can also, apart from your spouse, if you're not legally married to someone, you can also sponsor two other categories of your partners. That is, one is a common law partner, and the third one is a conjugal partner. So if you are not married also, then there are these two situations where you can sponsor. So what is a common law partner is? So for common law partners, you have to prove that you have lived with your partner for at least 12 months, 12 consecutive months in a marriage-like relationship. So you have to prove this. So if you can prove this, then you can sponsor your partner as a common law partner also. And the last category is conjugal partners. So what happens is in a conjugal partner, who is a conjugal partner basically is similarly like a common law partner. In that 12-month relationship was important, where you were staying with that person for 12 months. So you have to show in conjugal partners that you were in relationship with that person for 12 consecutive months, but you could not live with that partner. Why? Because due to some barriers, maybe government barriers, religion barriers, due to which you could not stay with that person. For example, in some countries, gay marriages is not allowed. So, if a person wants to sponsor his gay partner, he can sponsor him on the basis of a conjugal relationship, that he was in a relationship with that person but could not live with him because of the government barriers, the legal barriers, because the gay marriage was not allowed in that country. And one important thing, as per the Canadian immigration laws, there is no requirement for a minimum funds or a work experience or like education requirements. There is no such requirements in case you are sponsoring your spouse. So the sponsored person, the spouse does not have to give a proof of anything like a minimum funds or like minimum education or IELTS score or anything. No such thing is required in case of a spousal sponsorship. Also, now in the next part of the video, let's talk about the types of spousal sponsorship. So we have two kinds of spousal sponsorship. One is Outland spousal sponsorship process, and one is the Inland spousal sponsorship process. So in Outland process, what happens is that you are sponsoring a spouse who is currently residing outside Canada. And the Inland sponsorship option is for couples who are living together in Canada, and the foreign spouse or the partner has a temporary status in Canada. So maybe your spouse, he's on a worker status or a student status or a visitor status. So maintaining a legal status is important, but your partner is currently staying in Canada with you. So you can start with the Inland spousal sponsorship process. One very important question which people generally ask is that, can my spouse or my partner work while the sponsorship application is being processed? So this will depend on whether you have applied for Outland sponsorship or Inland sponsorship. So if you are sponsoring your spouse or partner in Canada, that is the Inland spousal sponsorship process, then yes, you can apply, your partner can apply for an open work permit when you have applied for the permanent residency. So at the time the application is being processed, if you can apply for the open work permit, you can get the decision. And in time the PR application is in process, your partner or spouse can work for any employer as it is an open work permit. But if you have applied Outland spousal sponsorship, in that case, even if your partner comes to Canada on a visitor visa, he cannot work. So in case of Outland sponsorship, even if your partner is here in Canada on a visitor status, still also they don't have the option to apply for an open work permit while the PR application is being processed, because it is a part of Outland sponsorship. So your partner can only work on and apply for open work permit only in case of Inland spousal sponsorship. So in addition, talking about the time frame the applications are taking, so IRCC has recently announced that the average processing time for the new spousal applications, not their backlog, but the new spousal applications which you're going to forward with. So now it will back to its service standard time of 12 months. So it will take approximately 12 months. And IRCC has also announced an online case tracker, which allows the sponsor to enter the details and monitor the progress or the status of their PR application. So guys, if you want to sponsor your spouse or your partner, maybe legally married, common law partner or conjugal partner, and you want to sponsor your partner for a Canadian permanent residency, you can reach out to us and we will be more than happy to help you in such cases. And as we are licensed members of IRCC and we are authorized, we can be your authorized representatives to file your application. So do reach out to us and we'll definitely get back to you and help you on your applications. And also don't forget to subscribe our channel for all recent updates. And also, if you like the video and it was useful, helpful to you, do like the video and share it with your friends and relatives. Thank you.